Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm just sitting outside here on my deck with Leela. I wanted to make a video about some of the mistakes that I made when I was raising her. I thought this could really help a lot of people. I learned a lot and I know what not to do, with my next puppy. But yeah, we're just chilling. So you can see Leela's just on her place bed hanging out. She just finished going for a swim, and now she's just relaxing on her place bed, looking at the world. So yeah, I hope you're all doing well. Thanks all for watching, and yeah, I hope that you guys will find this video helpful, and you'll get some tips and tricks that really helped me and what I've learned. So a lot of the things I have learned have also come from, mistakes that I've made, as well as a trainer that I have worked with. She started going to some hikes. She does weekly hikes she was doing with a trainer who he stopped doing hikes just because his business has really taken off. But he's really taught me a lot because he was very familiar with sort of her personality. He got to know her really well. So I've learned a lot from him. So one of the biggest mistakes, so the first thing is that when I brought Leela home, she had a lot of free roam in the house. So we did start crate training her from day one, but she was really allowed to, do as she pleased during the day. So we only closed the crate door at nighttime. We did have the crate in our bedroom, which was good. But during the day, she was, she had free roam of the house. The mistake with that is two things. Number one, she had a lot of opportunity to have accidents in the house. So it actually took quite a while to potty train her, because, once she has an accident, you don't catch it in the moment. You can't, correct them for that. It's really, my error that I did not see her. So crate training and really, not allowing them to just free roam, make sure that you can be on top of their potty schedule, and it just gives you a better chance of them not having a mistake, and they learn to potty train faster. And the other thing is just the fact that, she was able to free roam from really, 8 weeks old, just allows her to pick up bad habits and get into trouble. And now you have a dog who's kind of learning some bad behaviors. So for instance, as a puppy, they'll, go and grab your socks, or also, they might chew something that could be dangerous to them. They don't know, right? They don't have that common sense. And it also just takes away from your leadership skills. So if they get to make their own decisions all the time, it kind of makes them not look to you for their decisions. So it's really good to, as a puppy, make sure that you use the crate a lot. Or you can tether the dog to you. That's another thing that people do. You just want to make sure that, from day one, the puppy sees you as, the one who gives them all of their resources, so that they learn to look to you for everything, food, potty, walks, everything like that. So she sees something. We have a lot of wildlife back there. There's usually squirrels that run along the fence line. So she's very aware of that. Alright, so another error that I made was socializing. What does that mean? Socializing. A lot of people think your dog has to meet a gazillion people, a gazillion dogs. They need to meet everyone, have every single person reach out and pet your dog. It's not actually ideal. Socializing means that you take your dog everywhere and show them the world, but it doesn't mean that they actually have to engage with everyone and every dog, because two things will happen. If you have a nervous, sort of insecure dog, like Leela is, then if you allow every single person to put pressure on your puppy, you're kind of just making them feel like, okay, like I'm insecure and I should continue being, nervous, insecure, because every single time I pass this person, they put pressure on me and make me feel uncomfortable. So it's the opposite. You want to teach your dog to ignore, the world and be comfortable in the world. And then, let them meet, people who listen to you and will meet your dog based on your rules. The problem is a lot of people have no idea how to meet a dog. Everyone's a dog lover, everybody's a dog whisperer, everybody thinks that, they can just change a dog's personality, make them love them, but it's not good. So you have that side. You have the nervous dogs who, having all that pressure on them makes them continue to feel nervous and not comfortable in their environment. It makes them feel like, okay, they're right to be worried. And then you have the opposite spectrum, which are your go-lucky, happy, friendly dogs, and they just become obsessed with everyone but you. So you end up with leash reactivity in both situations, because your nervous dog becomes leash reactive because they want to keep people and dogs away, and your friendly dog becomes leash reactive because they want to go meet every person and dog, and you're holding them back with the leash. So those are really the two reactivity situations you'll see. So for me, raising Leela, what I would have done differently is not have put as much pressure on her. I remember specifically when she was 8 weeks old, I brought her home. One of my neighbors came and wanted to pet her. So I picked her up, and he had a big winter glove on, and he reached right over her head to pet her, and she peed. She was so scared. So, I can't help but think sometimes that kind of situation really affected her negatively, and I had to do a lot of work to kind of counter condition that. But those are the kinds of things that, now I know I wouldn't do. So what I should have done is, let her be around all these new people, all these dogs, but I shouldn't have, picked her up and literally forced this man with the big glove to pet her. That was too much for her. So I didn't know that back then. I thought they have to meet everyone and everything no matter what. And now I know that that's not right. So that's a big mistake I made. So even if your dog wants to meet everyone, don't let them. Obviously you want the dog to meet a lot of people and dogs. I mean, they have to. But you don't want it to be every single person, every single dog. And you want to make sure that your dog is meeting good dogs, dogs who aren't going to be pushy to your dog, dogs who aren't going to teach a dog bad behaviors, and same with people, there have to be people who are not going to go like, oh my God, da, 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 and just overwhelm the dog. So yeah, those are the two mistakes, too much free roaming as a puppy, putting too much pressure on her, and not just, letting her be in the environment. Those are the two big mistakes that I made that I would really, hope, anyone who's getting a puppy or a new dog, those things would really help you. Other than that, everything else, I think from that point on, as I started learning, I started kind of reversing everything. So she's great now, she's neutral in public, as I talk about in my videos. And it's just her personality, no matter, like, I don't know if I would have done things differently. I think maybe, she would have been a little more comfortable in certain situations, but I mean, the way she is now and the way she was is night and day. So, if you have made those mistakes and you are dealing with some of these issues, don't feel like it's too late either. It really is not true that an old dog can't learn new tricks. They can. An old dog can learn new tricks. As dogs live in the present, so as soon as you change your sort of, attitude or belief of the way things are, and you start expecting certain expectations and you take control, your dog will grow, and you'll be able to help your dog through some of those things. There's so much misinformation out there, and so as dog owners, it's hard. It's hard to know who to listen to, what to listen to. It's also not, a one shoe fits all. A lot of trainers do the same thing for all their client dogs, but dogs are different. Some dogs need a little bit more assertiveness, some dogs need less. Is your dog pushy? Is your dog not pushy? There's just so many factors, and you have to know your dog, and don't be scared, to make mistakes. We all learn from mistakes, and the dog is learning with you. So just push your dog through uncomfortable situations. That's a big thing too. I mentioned the story that Leela didn't want to swim, and she's now swimming. It was hard, it was a battle, she was stressed, but it's made her stronger. So push your dog through things that make them insecure, because that will make them more confident. That's a big thing with Leela that's made her more confident, is no matter what, I kept taking her to the same trail with the same bicycles that used to scare her. I make her go into the water. I make her do things that she really doesn't want to do. And she quickly learns, okay, I don't need to be scared of this. And because of that, it builds your relationship because they learn to trust you better. It's like, okay, like if mommy or daddy says I can do this, I can do it. I shouldn't be scared. And it also makes them feel proud and confident of themselves. You know, when you accomplish something, you feel good after. So I know there's a lot of mixed information out there. I know that it can be, you know, confusing, but really, you know, I would say stick to a balanced method. It doesn't mean you have to use an e-collar. It doesn't mean you have to use a prong collar, but you know, you need to teach your dog the word no. You need to teach your dog the word yes. You need to advocate for your dog. You know, if your dog's nervous, let the dog, you know, take that step. Don't push people. It's your dog. You know, you got the dog for yourself, and you don't owe it to anyone. You know, nobody has the right to pet your dog or be in your dog's way or do anything that you're not comfortable with. I know it's like kind of, you know, in this social world we live in, people think that people's dogs are, you know, public property for everyone to engage with, but you know, dogs don't not all dogs want that, and even those that do, it's not good for your relationship. You know, you want to mean the world to your dog. You don't want your dog to think of you as like not important and everything else is important. So yeah, so those are my kind of tips and things that I did wrong and what I would do differently next time. So yeah, if you guys have any comments or questions, please comment below, and I hope you're all having a great day. I thought I would maybe actually just show you my setup here. I don't think I've showed you guys this. So you guys can see that Leela has her place bed. So you come out from the door, she's got her place bed over here. We have our table, we have our little sort of lounge area, and she'll lie here when we're eating, so she doesn't get in our way, and she actually comes here on her own. She just enjoys it. But I'm not going to go downstairs, but I'll show you our pool area. So there's just some stairs on the side that go down, and then we have our pool down here. So actually this layout, I got it because of Leela. So you can see there's steps, and then you can see there's like a ledge. I got that ledge thinking that Leela would sunbathe there. She actually doesn't use it. She'll go in to have a drink, but obviously I don't want her drinking much because it's pool water. But she does go in there just to stand. But I've taught her to use the steps to actually go in, and that's how she'll get into the pool, and that's how she gets out. So she doesn't jump off the sides. She doesn't use the ledge to go in. She specifically uses the stairs. But yeah, I did get this pool because I thought that Leela would enjoy the ledge. But yeah. Anyways, then we just have our chairs and stuff. I hope you guys are having a great day and evening. Hey, Leela? Yeah? You want to say hi to everybody? Hey? What are you doing? She's all wet. You're all wet from swimming? Where are you going? Leela, no, come. Oh, she went downstairs. Come. See, I called her. I told her no, and she came back up. Good girl. I don't want her going down there when I'm not there. Sit. Good. Show everybody your pretty face. Leela. Leela. Good. Anyways, guys, I'm going to let you go. Have a great day, evening. And I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.